My house. When I was about 9 years old, my parents divorced and I moved to a small town with my mother and 2 older brothers. This house was very nice. Had 1 level with a basement that scared me. I never went down there unless somebody went with me. All was well in this house for about 9 months and stuff started happening. My oldest brother at the time was 15 and has snuck a girl to our basement so they could fool around. He said he thought he heard footsteps coming down the stairs, so he hid the girl under the blankets. But the footsteps turned around and started running back up the stairs, where they went out the back door. Then he told me that the door opened back up, slammed very hard, and the footprints sprinted down the stairs. He stood dumbfounded as a little girl went from the steps to the laundry room door, where the girl screamed and slammed it. Another time I had left to go to the bus stop when I was 11 and my other brother was 12 and he had to brush his teeth. He came out to the bus stop crying because when he went to put his toothbrush behind the mirror, he stopped and he saw a little girl standing behind him staring at him. When I first moved in, my mom had given me a bigger room because I was the only girl and had the most things, but I refused to stay in that room. I would wake up in the middle of the night and look in my closet, which had no door, and see an old man hanging from the ceiling. After so long of crying to my mom about seeing this, she moved me to the room next to the bathroom. Another time I told my older brother, aged 12, that I was going to take a nap. He said about an hour after I told him this, he was in his room and I walked in and just stared at him and didn't say a thing. He told me that after about 10 minutes of this he told me to get out of his room, so I turned away awkwardly and walked out, but he followed me because I was acting weird. He said I had walked through the living room and into the kitchen led to the basement, and he went in my room and I was still sound asleep. My mom refused to believe us when we told her our stories, until it started happening to her. She told me it was late one night and she was taking a shower while me, my brothers and her boyfriend were sleeping, and she thought she heard the door open, so she looked out and saw a little girl staring at her through a small crack in the door, and then the door slowly closed. She said this happened about 3 times, and the last time it happened she saw the little girl, an older man, and a woman all standing there with the door wide open. This house scared the crap out of me as a child, and still brings tears to my eyes to think about everything that had happened. I'm now 17 and moved from the house after 3 years of living there.